with me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. Woo, good morning. I wish we can jam all morning, but we only got 10 minutes, and I want to make those 10 minutes count. Welcome to 10-Minute Motivational Moments with Marissa. And I am Marissa. I am your host, and I want to talk to you today because we're going to go right in because there's so much to talk about when we start talking about and really digging into self-awareness. And It's Your Life, Own It is all about self-awareness. A desire to want to develop yourself, so self-development, and which will lead you to a space and place of self-mastery. And self-mastery is not about being perfect. What it is about being able to navigate life successfully in our emotions. Because when we desire to have a fulfilling and peaceful life, we got to know how to deal with all the emotional parts that drive and influence us, drive how we feel about ourselves, how we see ourselves, and then how we respond to the world around us. And what does that really mean? When I say how we respond to the world around us, is how do we navigate through social circumstances? And the topic today is building self-confidence through authenticity. I want to read a quote from Nelson Mandela, and it says, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over fear. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." And so when we're dealing in, and I always talk about this, in different interviews and different conversations, the importance of self-awareness as it pertains to those around us, because by ourselves, pretty much we're kind of confident. We're confident until internally we're pretty much confident to a certain extent. Some of us have different levels of confidence and self-security than others, but we're pretty much confident. We, think about something and we're excited about it. It's not until we actually go to the external environment by which we start feeling like maybe that wasn't a good idea, or we start questioning things. So self-awareness and self-confidence through authenticity is so important. And so, I always do my little research, going online and checking things out and saying, well, Marissa, you always got these points, but what does the world say about it? What are the who's of who's saying about it? So I pulled an article, Authenticity is Key to Building Confidence. This is from Naomi Selanes, and I'll share the link. I always share the link, and this is her blog. And she says, and this is at the beginning, the top of this year, so this is really good because it's current. So when you do research or when you're looking up something, you really want to know what's currently being said about the subject matter. Some older research is good. I think they say within a 5-year span. So anyway, this is February 26, 2020. One of the biggest pitfalls when it comes to confidence is believing that you have to feel and act confidently when you don't. There is this idea that if you just pretend, fake it till you make it, to be confident, then things will work out. The fake it till you make it, just act confidently. It's so important for you to own it. Like, when I say, take center stage and own it, taking center stage is really finding your balance and creating a platform. That's what take center stage is. It's not just me saying something. It's a mindset, and it's a security. It's a resting. It's a finding that peace of mind, owning it. It's saying, this is it. This is it for me. This is who I am. And this is what I'm about. And so fake it till you make it can work to a certain degree, but you got to know that that's a part of the strategy. It's not the attitude that you keep. You got to make it, you gotta, it's just like learning how to ride a bike. You got to keep riding the bike. You got to keep going at it. You can't just like Nelson Mandela said, it's not that you're fearful of it, it's conquer it, conquer that fear. So conquer your own self-consciousness before you go into the public. So deal with these things internally here. And so I want to just hit some of the points that she talks about. Authentic confidence must be dealt with deeply rooted in who you are, must be deeply rooted in who you are, grounded in your self-awareness and built on a foundation of your sufficiency. So you have to be happy with you. You have to be happy with you. And so one of the things that I decided to do in regards to, helping you with this, with this particular subject was to not only introduce the topic, but to also tell you some areas by which you can to work on it. So anywhere you feel inadequate, anywhere you feel uncomfortable, start shaming that. Start shaming that. Don't allow anything, address the pink elephant in the room, right? I always say address the pink elephant in the room. And I like Jesse Duplantis, a preacher out in New Orleans, who says, embarrass sin or it will embarrass you. So you have to take ownership of, all the good, the bad, the ugly, and indifferent about yourself. So shame the areas by which you feel inadequate. Relax and breathe. Take a moment and just say, you don't have to be perfect. This is not about being perfect. And it's also not about, really fulfilling what other people feel that you should fulfill, or the way that you should be, or you have to spend time with yourself in order for you to really begin to build authentic self-confidence. Sit by yourself. Have those moments and conversations, do some, what we call self-introspective work, do some inner thoughts, authenticate yourself. So first it's shame your inadequacies. Start shaming them. Don't accept them. Build them up. We do what we call in my coaching sessions a SWOT analysis. Identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and make your weaknesses your strengths, either through making sure that you have a network of people around you who are strengthened in that area that can help you strengthen up where you lack confidence or lack skill or insight or mindset or perspective. You want people who will build you up and strengthen you in that area. And then you got to keep it real with yourself. So you have to be honest and say, these are the areas I'm inefficient and I need to build them up and strengthen yourself. Take threats and stop looking at them as threats and look at them as opportunities to build and strengthen yourself again, to make things better. Then second, it's to relax and breathe. Chill out. You are who you are. That's it. You are who you are. Now, if you want to change some of the things about yourself, then you just got to go about changing them. But relax, chill out. You are who you are. God didn't make a mistake in creating you. He loves everything about you. All the kookiness, craziness, and everything else. He loves it because he gave it to you. He designed you that way, and you were designed on purpose like that. And so you just have to own that about yourself. But authenticate yourself by getting to know and love all of you, all that makes you, and embrace it, build upon it. So if you are funny, get funnier. You know what I'm saying? Own that. If you're silly, I'm silly at times. I like to cut up. I like to have a funky good time. I'm serious sometimes, but there's multi dimensions that come with me. I don't always want to be on. I want to be off. I don't always want to be, I don't always want to be giving advice. I want to sit and listen. I don't want to talk sometimes. And I love that about me. I'm not trying to be what people think I should be. I'm being who I know I was meant to be. And so she also shares here, for some, it may mean applying. So she says, authenticate your confidence must be dived into deeply and deeply rooted in who you are, grounded in self-awareness and built on a foundation of sufficiency. You cannot be what other people think you should be. You have to be who you were meant to be. And so sometimes you have to push back and say, you have to truly be yourself. And that takes a lot of confidence in doing so, because people want you to be who they want you to be.
because they have their own agenda, but you have to have an agenda. And that's why the third part of it, authenticating yourself, will require that you create a list of things that you like and don't like, right? This is how you authenticate yourself. You take the time, especially us who are parents. We have demanding lives. We are serving other people. A lot of times we have a tendency to take care of so many other people, and I'm wrapping this up, so many other people that we don't take time to make sure that we know who we are. I remember when my kids got to a certain age, it was just like, oh my God, and then when my kids moved out of the house, it was like, oh my God, I didn't realize I like this. I like my, I like things this way and I like things that way. And I didn't realize that I was a clean freak. Like I'm not OCD, but I do like my home to look very, very nice. And I like everything put away and everything organized. Not extreme. Don't get it twisted. I'm not extreme, but I do. But I didn't get a chance to find that out until my kids were grown and out of the house, and I'm single and by myself. Did I get to learn, about me? But you can do that while the kids are in the house, while you're married. You can do that, but you have to make it a priority. You have to make you a priority, and knowing who you are and what makes you tick and what ticks you off. You will have to write down a list of what things you like to do. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go? What things would you like to explore? You have to own that about you. Identify your core values. What are your moral compasses? What are your boundaries? What are the things that you're willing to do? What are the things you're not willing to do? Write these things down. Write them down, because they are the reinforcers. When you write it and you see it, it reinforces who you are. Create a mission statement and a vision statement for you. For you. What is your vision? What is your mission for your life specifically? It's your life. Own it. It's all about you. It's about self-awareness will lead you to self-development, and self-development will lead you to self-mastery. And what is the most important thing, people? Rest and a peace of mind. And so capture who you are in your mission and vision statement, what you're about, the impact that if you want to make an impact, I want to make an impact. I want to wake folks up. I want to do all of that stuff. I want to encourage them to be all of who they are meant to be. Some people are not. You don't want to do all of that. So you don't have to do all of that. So when you see other people doing it, don't feel convicted that you need to be doing the same thing. No, you just need to do the introspective work to find out what it is you want to do. Stop being led by other people. Get into a quiet space and identify what it is you want to do, and do everything you possibly can to make that happen for you. Don't live your life in somebody else's dreams. Find your own dreams. What other people model for us is just to give us an insight of what could be. But it's not for us to mimic everything that we see somebody else doing. Models are designed to give us a insight and trigger our creative juices. But that's it. Do your own thing. Beat your drum to your own tunes, or however you want to say it. And so I hope that this motivational moment has been inspired. I'm going to blame the 4 minutes on the music. But I don't want to keep you any longer. I just want to say, be your true, authentic self. You were designed with a purpose, on purpose, and with intent. And so, just live your life and do that introspective work. Have some time to yourself. Write your vision and mission statement. Find out what makes you tick and ticks you off. Find out the things that you want to do and like to do. And I'm going to tell you, your confidence will come once you start achieving things, and you start looking at and identifying with who you are, and all that confidence comes. And then when you're ready to say to somebody who's trying to tell you to do something you don't want to do, it will become easier and easier for you to do that. Just want to read a couple of comments. Thanks, Eve, for chiming in. I really appreciate you. Robin, you are a rock star. You are always in the house, so I so appreciate you. Yes, you have to be unapologetically authentic to yourself. Tiffany, thank you. Yeah, unconditional love of self. We love everybody else, but then we're upset and bitter and indifferent because we have exhausted ourselves to the point where we don't have time to love ourselves. That's not how this thing works. You have to love and take care of you first. You being selfish helps you to have everything that's required to help other people. That's how that works. Take care of you, and then you'll be around and you'll be joyous and happiest and fulfilling, and resting in your own authenticity so that you can truly, and you don't have to fake it till you make it. You could truly and authentically help other people. And so I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you so much for chiming in. This is 10 minutes, not 15 minutes. Motivational Moments with Marissa. It's your life. Own it. I'm out. So thank you so much, my audience, for chiming in. Have a blessed week. I hope this really energized you. Yeah, I know it energized me. The sword cuts both in both directions. So truly, truly appreciate you. Love you too, Tiff. I'm out.